So what else can we do with a feedback loop? Well, I'll show you. Depth all the way around, mix knob, just past 12 o'clock there. Character knob all the way down, because we don't want to do any filtering. Engage the effect. Now, as soon as I start the CD player, it's going to record it straight in. So 2 bars. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Choose a section we like. Okay, that's quite cool. Let's go down to 1 beat. Right. What we can do now is mute the bass section of that out by jumping to one of the other effects, the trans, flanger, filter or phaser. When we jump to that and back to the echo, it will actually mute out for the time that it's on that effect. Turn it up a bit. Now I've just got the kick drum left. So I'm free to mess about with that, do patterns and then leap back into the track. What we can also do with a feedback loop is actually make it longer than 2 bars. We can make it 4 bars. If we hold our tap shift button, make sure we're on a 2 bar section, and then push our 1 bar button, the BPM will half. So it's now 62 instead of 124. Go back to our 2 bar section. Our 2 bar section, because of the internal memory of the effects unit, is quite large. It's now 4 bar section. So, if I play this, everything's set up to go. Depth knob all the way around, mix knob just past 12 o'clock, effect engaged. So it will record straight away. So now it's going to record 4 bars. Stop the CD player. Tell that it's not quite in time there. So what I sometimes do, if I just stop this, the way to completely stop a feedback loop, which is quite useful for emergency situations for when you mess up, is to switch the effect off, dive to one of the other effects, and back again. Now it's lost forever, but instantaneously. So set it all up exactly as it was. 62 BPM, 2 bar button, so it's 4 bars, depth all the way around, effect engaged, mix knob, just past 12 o'clock. Now when we do the loop, we know that it doesn't loop quite right. Because we've halved the BPM, we've doubled the room for error in the loop. Now, there's a few things you can do to disguise the error. One is a spin back or a vinyl adjust break on the CDJ. They just act as little fills to lead into the next part of the track. So, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way, our loop, there's no glitch, there's a spin back in there instead. Now, because our BPM value is halved, all these buttons no longer do what they say they do. You have to remember that everything is double. So this is now 1/4 and not a 1/8. So now that we can do feedback loops, edit feedback loops, change the pitch of feedback loops, and half the BPM to change the length of the feedback loop, what else can we do? Well, we've got our feedback loop BPM here, still at 62, so we can change that back by holding the shift button, going to the 1 bar button, or any button below actually, and then going back to the 8-1 while holding the shift button. Should return us to 124, and it has. So start our track, which is 124. Now we've got an open feedback loop ready to go, but not on the channel where the track's playing. on this CD player. And on this CD player I've got a sample loaded just on a CD, which is that. Now what I can do is record that in, decide how long I want to record for. So I want to just say I want to do a 1 beat loop, select 1 beat as before, depth knob ready to go all the way around, dry wet knob, just past midnight, engage the effect and now sometimes it might go out of time slightly. You can change the length of this loop with the timing knob here, just in increments, so you adjust the milliseconds. So to tighten it, now it's speeding up. That's too fast, I need to go back down a bit more. And when you're happy, just hit the button and it puts it back to the correct BPM of the track that's playing. So, like before, you're gonna jam and mess around a bit.